All right, what's up, fellas? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL cornerback of the Houston Texans and New Orleans Saints. And now I'm coaching you guys up all over the world. All right, so we got some really good athletes today. We got one clip, and we're going to go over this clip a few times. It's Darius Slay versus Antonio Brown, and in what it looks like training camp practice. So they were able to get after it during training camp. That's what the NFL teams do to break up the monotony, man. Just break it up, go against another team, see what guys are all about. So we got one-on-ones. So I'm a really big, I push one-on-ones heavy because I know how important it is. In order for you to get a scholarship, you got the Nike and Rivals camp in high school, college, you got to look good because guess what? The NFL scouts going to come watch you in practice. And then in NFL, man, look, you got a literal crowd. You're going to have you can't see them, but it's a crowd over here. Hundreds of people who come to watch. And everybody's watching. You got the eye in the sky in the film. And you can't hide behind a really good defensive line in one-on-ones. You can't hide behind a really good coach defensive scheme on one-on-ones. So it's just you. You got to win these one-on-one matchups, man. And I believe that I have the skills, the techniques, the strategies for you to practice every single day and master it. All right. So email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Get the one-on-one mastery. Get my one-on-one mastery program. Changing people's lives. All right, guys are getting scholarships. Guys are improving in the league. Guys are improving in college. So all my cornerbacks definitely ask me for that. And I'll include the training packages and catching series and all that good stuff. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, if you're in Richmond, Virginia, make sure you hit me up too. If you're in the area, man, definitely come train with me. All right, because I have fun with those. We're going to train on Sundays. All right. So let's watch it first. And then we'll go over it. Let's watch it one more time. What are we looking at? We're looking at alignment first. All right. So AB, let's examine AB. AB is not the fastest. He's not the fastest guy. He's not super fast. I mean, he's fast. He's running 4.4. He's not big, but man, like I said, I like to call him crafty, man. He's just good. He's quick. Very confident. He put his hands on you too. He'll push off. Like I said in the last video that I just made, he'll push off. He'll get chippy with you. Let's watch it again. So he does he gets square. There's a hop. What do you call it? A hop jump, getting square. Release. He does an outside release. All right. So where is he? So he's not too wide. He's not too tight. He's like in middle. He's at the bottom of the numbers. So you could be inside to head up right here. If you feel like he's going to do outside release, maybe you could line up outside shade. Either way, we're not going to line up too far inside or too far outside. The reason for that is why? Because you don't want to force the open up, be basically forced and open up the gate. Now, it looks like Darius Slay does a soft shoe technique. What does that mean? That's just a terminology for inching back. All right. It looks like also comes back to balance. It looks like he does get a shuffle in. It's pretty quick. He at least gets one shuffle. So what do I mean by a shuffle? Remember the whole point of press, right? The whole point of press is to widen this receiver out and disrupt the timing. Now, he does a go route, okay? So, that is what it is. But when you disrupt the timing of the route, instead of just open up the gate and just running with the guy, it takes him a split second longer to get to the top of his stem. So when he's running a 14-yard comeback and the quarterback has a 5-step drop, it's timing. So if you're able to get your hands on him or bow him out with your feet and body positioning and stay square for as long as possible before you open up and run with him, that messes up their route because instead of getting to 14, he got to run it at 12, and then you're on him. You understand what I'm saying? But if you just open up and run with the guy, you could be on him, and he runs the 14-yard comeback, and the quarterback still hit him. You understand? Because it's a really good quarterback. When you're going against a guy like that, that's how it is. So that's why we want to get that shuffling, which it looks like Slay does. He gets at least one in. So he's soft shoes, gets one in, and then he's with him. Now we're going to get to the end of this. We'll talk about that. Let's talk about the beginning. Now, I do notice something with this technique that I would change. I'm not sure if the normal eye would see this, but I watch a lot of film, right? Especially on this. We talk about a false step. So I want you to see his false step. Okay, so some coaches who never played cornerback a day in their lives, all right, never guarded a super talented receiver, would say never take a false step. It's a wasted step. I'm not gonna say that because look, I studied a lot of guys in the league, and I know how it feels also to guard Andre Johnson or Lance Moore, somebody who's really good. So sometimes what happens is if you don't take that false step or a false step or get your feet doing something, what happens is you get on your heels, and then you really get got. You really look silly if you get on your heels. So us corners, we wanna have something, a plan to do with our feet. Now you can say soft shoe. Okay, that is a plan. That's a technique. Which is when we're inching back, we're still eyes, and then we're feet, and then we're hands. So eyes, feet, hands. At the same time, we can kind of get antsy right here. So to create balance for ourselves, what we'll do is a false step. Now the thing about Slay right here is he false steps with both feet. I wouldn't do that. Okay? So that's one thing I would say we could get better. If you're gonna false step, what you should do, and I watched a lot of film, right? I'm talking about back when I was in college, back in 2008, and then when I got to the league, watching what's his name? Al Harris. I did a video on Al Harris. Watching a lot of film on Al Harris when he was with the Packers. He played more press man than I ever seen anybody. And Darrell Reeves played a lot of press man. What he would do is I think he would do his inside false step, but basically he would take one foot. So it's like you kind of like, soon as it snaps, boom. You basically pressing off of one foot, and it's almost like you stepping forward. And I have tons of videos where I show this, and you can watch it. You got to go through all of them though. It's a lot of videos, but it's okay to false step. I just wouldn't do it with 2 feet. Okay, I feel like you will lose your balance right here, if anything. So watch this. You see how he does it with 2? So false step is cool, man. In a perfect world, you don't do it, right? But I understand how it is when you guarding guys. So you can do a false step with 1 foot. It's okay. Now, with that being said, something he does do good right here. He gets shuffling. So if you look at where AB starts his route. So he's at the bottom of the numbers. We soft shoe technique. Boom. Maybe he could have stayed square just a little bit, maybe for one more shuffle to bow him out so we can have a better chance. I think he could have, because he's a lot faster. Look, Slay is faster than AB. Okay? So right here. I think he could have got one more shuffle in. So maybe he could stay square just a tad bit longer. But he does get one shuffle. So he stays square for a split second. Now right here. Here's what I would say down the field. All right, so we're doing soft shoe technique. We look good. We're on him, right? We could have got one more shuffle in and stay square just a little bit longer. Here's what I'll say, and I want you to see it. We're physical with him. Be mindful of this. And look, AB's pushing off. When it's time to squeeze, because look, AB right here. AB's digging, yo. So he's pumping his arms. He's pumping. Don't get into the habit of reaching out when we're supposed to be running, yo. Now, here's the thing. Darius Slay is really fast, right? He's a 4'3" guy. So think about that. He's not even running. Look. He's not even pumping both arms when he's running against him. Watch this. Let's watch it again. See that? And he's still standing with the guy. So that shows you how fast he is, yo. But what I'm saying is, one thing that can slow us down, and I saw one of my young fellas doing it the other day, when it's time to squeeze and run, run. Pump your arms and squeeze with your body positioning. So you're going to run him out. So you're not going to push him out with your hands or your arms. What you're going to do is you're going to run into him and lean while you're running, okay? So your body, it's like boxing out, but you're running at the same time. So all of us aren't as fast as him to be able to do this, okay? So be mindful of that. Now, he could have done better right here, because now when he looks back, look, and that's it, man. I'm telling you, AB's crafty. You saw that little push off at the very end when he jumps? Yo, they're not going to ever call that on a receiver. So receivers, definitely check that out at the last second. And you know what? AB does a decent job of almost stacking, real talk. And that little extend and push off right there. So you see what I'm saying? So I would just say this. I would definitely, he's fast as I don't know what, like I said, but I would definitely run him out of bounds, if anything. Run him. Squeeze. Don't let him stack at the very end. Let's watch it a couple more times. So when is this? You know he's going deep. Man, just pump your arms and run. And you want to get into his hip pocket and you want to squeeze him as much as possible. Because again, you see how he does it when he gets a little better positioning on Slay. Push off a couple times. All right. Now I don't think I think AB dropped this ball, but you know, we can always improve in our skills. So my critique for this video is we got our technique, we're gonna saw shoe. Just be mindful. I wouldn't false step with both feet. I would false step with one. And again, I think Slay could stay square for a little bit longer right here. I truly think so, because I know he's really fast, so he could actually catch up with AB if he did beat him, or I don't think he is though. I think that's gonna widen him out a little bit more before he ends up almost stacking us. And then I'll definitely pump our arms and make sure we run him out of bounds when we squeeze instead of reaching out for him. So that we almost it's almost a touchdown because we end up missing that. All right. But overall, good coverage. Something to get better on. And he does get a shuffle in. It's harder to see from this angle. It would be better if we got the angle from this view like we do in our one-on-ones and stuff. But man, every day we can get better. Remember the whole point of press. The whole point of press is to disrupt the timing of the receiver and the quarterback. So, again, we just don't want to open up and run with guys. We want to make sure they got to go around us, man. And we got to get shuffles in. We got to stay square as long as possible. And it's eyes, feet, hands. Eyes, feet, hands. And then we got to make a play on the ball. We got to squeeze as much as possible. Get him off his line. See, understand what AB's trying to do as a receiver. He's trying to get on that line. He's trying to hold that line. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get up the field and stack immediately. And our goal is trying to bow them out and make sure they get off that line. We disrupt the timing, and we're all over them. All right. So, as you see, he's actually had a good position right here, but then AB does a good job because he's running, he's pumping, and we're kind of holding. We're kind of reaching out instead of running at our max speed. Hopefully, you guys are getting better. I'm getting a lot of testimonials. Keep them coming. Let's work every single day to be the best ever. Make sure you guys have that mindset. Go against the best receiver in your city. Find the best receivers. I don't care if he's an NFL guy, college guy, CFL, AFL, pro guy, whatever. Go against the best receiver in your city and improve your skills. Never have fear, man. You can't be afraid to fail. You got to go after it. Of course, you're going to get beat. But the more you practice these techniques that I teach, the more you become a more explosive football player in the weight room, and running track. And doing the running program that I provide, you're going to get better. The more you stretch, the more you drink water, be a pro now. That's how it works. All right. Email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Ask me for the one-on-ones mastery program that I got. All the techniques listed in me and my boy Ross, we're demonstrating them. And then how to practice it. You need to practice how to stay square. How do you do it? What do you need to do with your feet? All of this stuff is in there. So definitely all my cornerbacks get that. And stay tuned for the next video. Let's go, baby.